plant experiments. Plants have leaves. To get the sunlight, they need to make food by photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Words like photosynthesis, photograph, and photon start with photo, P-H-O-T-O, which means light. Photosynthesis needs water, light, and carbon dioxide, dioxide. Leaves are only a few millimeters thick. With a microscope, you can see the different plant cells and what is going on. The top of the leaf collects the red and blue light and reflects the green light. The holes in the bottom of the leaf allow carbon dioxide to diffuse in. Diffuse. The holes for diffusion in the bottom of a leaf are called stomata. Stomata. Stomata are too small to see unless you cover the bottom of the leaf in clear nail varnish. Let it dry, then pull it off. You can see and feel the bumps made by the stomata holes. Diffusion is the random movement of gas molecules. Carbon dioxide molecules diffuse into the stomata. Oxygen diffuses out of the stomata. Yes, because oxygen is being made by photosynthesis, that means there's lots of oxygen, 25% oxygen inside the leaf, and so that diffuses out into the air where there's only 20% oxygen. Carbon dioxide, there's very close to zero carbon dioxide inside the leaf, whereas there's 0.03% outside. So that's a very slow diffusion of carbon dioxide in. But, you know, plants have got lots of time. Oxygen, blah, blah, blah. Oxygen diffuses out of the stomata in the daytime when photosynthesis is happening. The entrance to each stomata hole is guarded by guard cells. The entrance to buildings is guarded by guards. Guard cells, yes, guards at the entrance to high-rise buildings. They do the same thing. They open and close the entrance to allow, well, in the case of leaves, it's to allow water to diffuse out or not if it's the dry season. If it hasn't been raining for a while, the stomata guard cells close, the stomata close, photosynthesis turns off, and the leaf doesn't lose water so much, so the leaves can survive during dry months. Guard cells close the stomata during dry spells. Dry spells are months without rain. Closing the stomata keeps the plant alive by stopping water vapour diffusing away. Vapour. Yes, vapour comes from the word evaporate. Plants have stems so that they can grow above other plants and get more sunlight. Plants have root hairs to absorb water for photosynthesis from the soil by osmosis. Osmosis. Osmosis is salts and sugar attracting water through the small holes in the root hair's cells membranes. In the root hair cells membrane. Membrane. Yes, membrane, like a sheet of plastic. So every cell is surrounded by a membrane, and root hair cells, it allows water in, but doesn't allow the salts out, so the holes are quite small. Salts attract water, and water also attracts salts, but the salts can't get out through the holes. The salt ions and sugar molecules are too big to get through the semi-permeable membrane. Oh, okay, that's got to underline semi-permeable membranes are called partially permeable membranes. Yeah, some people call them one, some people call them the other, depends on the book and the person. Partially. Put a leafy stick of celery and 1 drop of food dye into 10 milliliters of water in a glass. Watch the colour rise. The water mixture goes up. It might take a couple of hours. The water mixture goes up thin tubes called capillaries. This is called capillary rise. The capillary rise replaces the water lost out of the leaves by transpiration. Transpiration. Yeah, transpiration, like evaporation, it's water going into the air. The capillaries are called xylem tubes. They're the capillaries that carry the water. Leaf plus clear nail varnish, food dye and celery to do the experiment. Leaves make food by photosynthesis. Water plus carbon dioxide goes to food plus oxygen. The underneath of a leaf has holes called stomata that allow oxygen and carbon dioxide to diffuse in and water and oxygen to diffuse out. Root hairs absorb the water by osmosis. Which is salts and sugars attracting water through the tiny holes of semi-permeable, partially permeable membrane. Cool! Did you spot the on-purpose spelling mistake? Who's going to be the first person to write it into comments down below? Press my picture to get more of my videos. Press like, press subscribe. Bye!